We're on the road with Mickey, we're gonna have some fun. Regardless of the rain or sun, our trip has just begun. So buckle up, let's go, we're about to start the show. And maybe if you like us, you'll see where else we'll go. Hi everybody, I'm Sophie, he's Mike, and she's Brenda, and welcome to On the Road with Mickey. If you're returning for another adventure with us, welcome back. We are so glad you have returned safely. And if this is your first episode with us and you're new here, welcome. It's so nice to meet you, and I'm going to show you the reins today. First up, we have our Cheddar from the Big Cheese, which is basically our Disney news snippets. And then after that, we have our feature topic, which is what we talk about for most of the episode. And then after that, we have our This Day in Disney History, brought to you by me. And after that is our game of Who's Who, and that is brought to you by Mike, my dad. Oh, fair warning, I'm almost never wrong when it comes to this game. I almost always win it. And then after that, Brenda will be giving us a quote from the big man himself, Walt Disney, and it's just going to be amazing. So buckle up, keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the car at all times. Make sure you're safe, fasten your seatbelts, all that good stuff, and we will see you on the road. It's time to get going. Let's go!
Hey everyone, I'm Mike, and she's Sophie,
And she's Brenda.
Hi, everyone.
and he's Grogu, and we're on the road with Mickey. This is episode 118 for April 18th, 2022, and our feature topic is the dining reservation I'm most looking forward to. ... Fill in the blank.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
And right off the bat, the three of us and Grogu would all like to wish everyone a happy Easter. And
Yep.
if you hear this on the audio on Monday, we hope you had a great Easter.
Yes.
And so just hope everyone has a great holiday and a safe one as well. Sophie,
What?
last Easter we were at Disney with
You
Meemaw.
sure were.
We were.
You sure
Oh my
were, because we all
goodness.
prayed that the TTA would be open for y'all's visit, and it wasn't quite open.
And it wasn't open.
It's all right.
God always says, not your time, my time.
That's right. We
Yep.
take whatever he says. That's right.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
And just remember that June 18th, when we are at the Magic Kingdom, we are having an On the Road with Mickey meetup. So we're going to ride the TTA.
Yep.
So just keep that in the
Can't
back
wait.
of your head, everyone back there. Don't forget about us.
Yeah.
But anyway, we, of course, will start with our cheddar from the Big Cheese. And Sophie, you are starting us off.
All right then. Well, my two pieces of cheese, because I have two, they are very exciting. So to start off, Giancarlo Esposito, also known as Moff Gideon in The Mandalorian, teased us with a possible Season 3 opening date sometime this summer. No official date for The Mandalorian Season 3 has been released, but you can imagine if it were to come out, say, July 1st? Oh boy, I cannot wait. Grogu and I, we are so excited.
Yeah, and just remember, Grogu is terrified of Moff Gideon, Sophie, so you have to protect him.
Oh, don't worry. Grogu is very, very capable of protecting himself, and I have every faith in him.
Okay. Just
And
saying.
cuddle.
Just saying.
He likes cuddles.
All right. And Sophie, you want to take that second one too?
Yeah, sorry, you got me sidetracked. This is your fault. No.
Always is.
Sort of like Bruno's, but okay. Anyway, speaking of which, talking about Bruno, we're going to talk about him. Well, no, we don't usually, but we're going to. And his hit song from Encanto has become the best performing Disney song to date, beating out Elton John's version of Can You Feel the Love Tonight from The Lion King in 1994. Bruno spent 5 weeks at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 chart. That is phenomenal. 5 weeks in a row.
That is
Yeah.
phenomenal.
That is. And I looked at that and I saw that even this week, the movie came out last Thanksgiving, right? And even this week, that song is still number 11 on the Hot 100 charts.
That's crazy.
That is insane.
It's awesome.
That
It
is
is
just
very
crazy.
awesome. That is very
Wow.
awesome. I love that song.
I do
absolutely
That's
too.
love it.
hilarious.
We don't talk about Bruno, no.
No.
Oh,
And
you
there's
ruined
your
it.
entertainment for today.
Yep, we'll see you later.
Well, I'm sure that a lot of cast members walk around singing that song too, I have to suspect. And speaking of cast members,
Uh-huh.
the cast members are getting a preview of the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind beginning today, April 18th.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. I cannot
Yeah.
wait to hear the feedback.
Yeah, and I saw that annual pass holders got emails to set up
Yeah.
their times to
I'm
do
so
a
jealous.
preview. And I'm like, gosh, I don't have an annual pass,
Me neither.
but oh well.
And you can't get one. So
Nope.
just lucky dogs that have one, just enjoy and let us know how it is.
Yep. All exciting. I can't wait till we ride it.
Me neither.
Absolutely
Yay.
cannot wait.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, changing notes a little bit. I would like On the Road with Mickey, not just me. On the Road with Mickey would like to extend our deepest sympathies to the family of Gilbert Godfrey. He was known best in the Disney circles as Iago from the movie Aladdin. He passed away at age 67 on April 12th. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his family, his children, and all those that knew him. All of us have been asked to please keep laughing as loud as possible in Gilbert's honor. So that's what we're going to do today.
That's right.
Okay?
Yep.
So that is our cheddar from the Big Cheese. And as always, we have our ways to connect with us in the show notes. And it is time to talk about the dining reservation I'm most looking forward to.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about Bruno some more.
Well, go for it. Let's talk about Bruno.
No,
Good one,
no,
Sophie.
no.
Good job, Brenda. Way to tie that in. She's like, no. We're talking about dining. I was doing a list, totally off script, off topic, everything. I was doing a list, ladies, and Grogu, I know he loves his food too. And there was only like 7 episodes that talked about food
What?
as the primary topic, as the feature topic.
What the heck?
I still don't believe
those
that
like
number.
food that much. How did that happen? I'm like, hey, let's talk about the dining rest that we're most looking forward to.
Yeah, because we love talking about food. We love thinking about food, eating food. We love food.
Love food here. You
Yup.
know, food is who we are.
That's right. We're Disney foodies, people.
Yes, we are. So, Sophie, I got the ball on your court.
Ooh.
All right.
What
She's
is
bouncing it.
what is the dining restaurant reservation that Grogu is most looking forward to?
Olga's Cantina, of course.
Oh, okay.
That's what he's looking forward
What's he gonna
to.
Perfectly
order there?
logical.
Is he going to talk to Brenda about what he should order there?
He already knows he's 50.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So
As for me,
Grogu is all about Olga's Cantina. Okay, got it. I'll make
Yeah.
that note.
as for me,
As for you,
you caught me completely blindsided. I have no idea what my what the reservation that I'm looking forward to the most is, but if I had to choose,
Yeah.
I would say that it's actually going to be one that we don't have planned for this trip in June.
That's okay. It doesn't have to be for this trip.
Yeah, I would really like to go to Raglan Road. You know how much I love the Cooks of Dublin, and you know that Aunt Brenda has got me kind of slightly, maybe just a little bit obsessed with bread pudding now. So I want to try out Raglan Road really, really a lot. But for the one that I'm most excited for the June trip, not of all time, it
Okay.
would be Ohana, even though the menu has changed, and according to Aunt Brenda, it's not quite as good as it used to be. I'm really looking forward to it. And it's been a while since I've been there, and I've only been there for breakfast.
Right. And we've only been the one time.
Yeah, and this is
And
going to be
yeah,
for dinner, so it's going to be a whole new experience.
It
yep.
will.
And
And
Mike, I don't know if I was sleeping and dreaming, probably, probably dreaming of Raglan Road, but I could have sworn we actually talked about making a reservation for Raglan Road after Animal Kingdom for this trip.
yeah, we sure did.
Wait, we
I was
did?
going to say, hey,
We're going.
we're
We're
going to
going,
see
babe.
about making that. Yeah.
We're
Our
going for
Animal
your birthday,
Kingdom
girlfriend.
Oh
Animal
my
Kingdom
gosh!
Day is June 21st.
Yep.
And we are going to go to Animal Kingdom in the morning and afternoon, and then we are going to head on over to Raglan Road for dinner.
How on earth did I
Yes.
forget that? I don't know why, but
Yes.
for some reason I thought we didn't have that
You know
reservation.
what? It's probably because I'm
We
always
haven't made them
making
yet.
you wake up way early to record. That's probably what it is.
That's true. I have been feeling especially sleep deprived as of late.
Well,
Mainly
you're going to
because I
enjoy
need
some
to
great
wake
bread
up
pudding.
early to go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh.
so forget about it, and it'll be a surprise. Okay.
Okay, deleting that from my head.
Give you some tooth fairy
Okay, it's
dust.
gone.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Good
what
job.
about you, Mike? What are you looking forward to the most as far as any dining reservation anywhere at Disney? Is it, are these just ones we've never done that we want to do?
Just no. What it
No.
could be ones you've done, ones you haven't done.
Okay.
It could be anything. It could be the one that we're looking at on our next trip. It could
Right.
be, you know, anything. You know, I've only got like a list of 20 probably in my head.
Yeah.
So it's hard to narrow it down. But I do have, you know me, I'm a big romantic.
Yeah.
And the backstory is that when we took Sophie to 1900 Park Fair, that was the first time we had gone into the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. And
Wow.
Cindy and I, our jaws hit the floor, and we said, you know what? We need to come here for our 25th anniversary and stay here for our 25th anniversary. And then I became a pixie in 2013. And that summer, we had our pixie get together, family get out, let's get out and party trip.
Yep.
And we stayed at the Grand Floridian.
Yep.
So I did it in 13 years instead of waiting for 25. Yay,
It
score
was
this
so
guy.
much fun.
That was so much fun. But I still want to do the 25th anniversary. And I think I want Cindy and and I'm sorry for excluding you, Sophie,
Oh
but I
no.
think for our 25th anniversary, I think I want Cindy and I to eat at Victoria and Albert's.
I think that's
Never
a
been
great
there,
idea,
never
Dad.
even
Yeah.
had any thought really of ever eating there. But I think for 25th anniversary, I think that would be pretty darn cool.
Great choice.
I think that's a great idea, Danny, and you don't have to feel sorry for excluding me because knowing me,
She'll be partying somewhere.
no, probably be married by then, hopefully.
We'll see.
Yep.
But yeah, you'll probably be like, that's too stuffy, Daddy. You got to wear a jacket. I don't want
Yeah,
to
you have to
dress all
dress for that one.
formal to go to a restaurant at Disney. So you guys eat there. I'm going to go over and I'm going to eat at Steakhouse 71 or whatever.
Are you saying that? Are you saying I don't like to dress formally, Daddy? Have you seen my closet?
No, I'm not. It's not something that we normally do when we're at Disney, though.
I see no problem with it.
Anyway,
That's a
that's
good choice.
that's the choice I have.
Well,
Whenever, hopefully in a few years.
mine is kind of along your avenue over there.
My thought process.
Yep, mine is a little different, but a lot the same. But mine is the chef's table experience at Victoria and Albert's.
Ah,
So the chef's
Ooh.
table experience is you can only one family can reserve it. So you have to be that family chosen for that day. So it's very hard to get. It's exclusive. I had a honeymoon couple. One of my honeymoon couples did it. And they're sitting at the table, literally in the kitchen, watching the chefs prepare the meals and etc. And with my weird, screwy food allergies that I developed so late in life, I have a dream of going to the chef's table at Victoria and Albert's and have them create dishes that are not substitute dishes for everything, but actual delicious dishes that
yeah,
I can eat every ingredient in. And
yeah.
I think it would take a specialist like that to pull it off. So that's my dream dining experience at Disney.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Do you have any
It's
idea
awesome.
when you want to do it?
I don't know. I mean, my husband and I have our 30th anniversary this year, but it happens in October, and we're going in June, and we're going in December. But I don't know. I don't know. We just have to see. But
Yeah.
as long as it's a dream, it's still, you know what I mean? It's like once the dream happens, I don't know. It's like once a
Yeah.
dream happens, you get another dream. I understand that, but it's kind of
Yeah,
neat to have something like that to look forward to.
it is.
And since they only get one family, I mean, it's really exclusive. So I would say anytime I tried for it, if I actually got it, that's when we do it.
Now, don't they for something like that? Don't they pair like a course with a wine that you drink?
Yes.
And that's for something like that. That's the only thing that gives me any pause because I don't drink hardly at all.
I don't drink wine either, but my husband can enjoy that part. That has a lot of histamine, so I can't either, but he would really enjoy that. So
Yeah.
that'd be good still.
So you take one for the team, is what you're saying.
I'll take that delicious food that's actually prepared
Yeah.
with, all this thought in mind and created out of nothing. It sounds wonderful.
That sounds cool, Brenda.
Yeah.
So now that we've got our someday, who knows when down the road, dreams out, let's talk about
Bruno?
Oh, I thought we were gonna go for Mirabelle this time. What about Mirabelle?
Love Maribel. Oh my gosh, I love her. She is so sweet.
Oh yeah.
But I was gonna say, is there something for me? Those are things that are up in the clouds. Is there something closer to Earth that you're looking forward to?
I mean, I would say Raglan Road is pretty down to earth for me.
I know, baby, and I get yours totally being down to earth. I was talking about Brenda and mine and our selections.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
and you came too. You had the Raglan Road that you didn't know was going to
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
So, do you have anything else, Brenda, you want to add to?
I mean,
to
I want to go
your
to Tepanado, which I'm sure I say wrong, but
Tepanito?
Tepanito, honey.
everybody says it different. If you call the dining line, they say Tepanado. So everybody says different, and I never know what to say, but I really, really like that place a lot.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
We have always loved Ohana a lot, but I'll tell you the truth. I'm with Sophie every trip. Every trip we go to Raglan Road, and every trip I look forward to going to Raglan Road.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love it. That bread pudding is the best I have ever had, and I have lived a long time.
You haven't lived that long.
No, you haven't, honey.
You're not
She
that
hasn't.
old.
It's so good. I'm really glad that Sophie's getting the chance to try both the Ohana bread pudding, which was my favorite for years before we discovered Raglan Road. And then she gets to try also Raglan Road on the same trip. So they're very fresh in her mind and see what her choice is because she loves
That's
bread pudding
true.
just as much as I do.
I do
Yeah.
love bread pudding. I
Yeah.
remember there used to be a time when we would go to Golden Corral for very important family reunions.
Uh-huh.
And what I
You still
would do
do.
there is I would get, because I'm a huge apple pie person, whenever they didn't have apple pie at the Golden Corral, I would end up getting their bread pudding instead. And oh my goodness, it was just so delicious. So yes, I am huge on bread pudding.
I never tried theirs. We had Golden Corrals down here in Texas, but I never tried their bread pudding.
To me,
It was
it
good.
tasted like an ooey gooey apple pie without the apple and all the cinnamon and sugar.
Interesting.
Yeah, it tasted
was
very,
good.
very good.
You know,
And I always had it with vanilla ice cream on top.
And Ohana serves theirs also with vanilla ice cream on top.
oh boy.
Ooh.
You
know,
don't
we're
need
gonna
that ice cream at Raglan
I
Road, though,
already
honey.
know
Trust me.
come July, one of our topics is going to be a celebrity death match. Which is better, the Ohana bread pudding or the Raglan Road bread pudding? That's going to be the topic. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Already know it's on the list.
Yes, and I pray that all of the listeners write in their selection. I hope that a lot
Oh
of them have
yeah.
tried both.
You know, when I was a kid, there was this place. It was called. It was in McLean, Virginia. I grew up in Northern Virginia, and there was this restaurant called Evans Farm Inn,
That
and
sounds delicious already.
it was one of these places you went to for like a big time celebration of an anniversary. Okay, like we
Nice.
went there for my grandparents' 50th anniversary or 55th wedding anniversary kind of thing.
Nice.
You know, it wasn't the place where you went on a Friday night when you wanted to go out. It was something for us. It was a big time deal, and and it was a farm that they made into a restaurant. And they had like the chickens and everything in the coops and everything. You could go look at them and walk around on the grounds afterwards. It was such a great restaurant. But
Really?
they had dessert. The dessert they served, and to my knowledge, they're not there anymore. But to my knowledge, the dessert was always bread pudding, and
It should be.
that was the only thing you were offered, and that's what they served as a dessert. It was part of your meal. And I remember having it, and it was so good. And had never really been one of these people that's about bread pudding, but that bread pudding was so good.
There
I'm
you
about
go.
any warm dessert. Ooey gooey
Yep.
warm, that's the way dessert should be.
But yeah, so
Yep.
I'm really excited about those as well, as to see what those are about, you know?
Yep.
So
I am too.
hopefully, fingers crossed we get Ohana, and fingers crossed we get Raglan Road. But I don't think
Yep.
Raglan Road will be as tough a get as Ohana will be.
That's true. That's
Yeah?
true.
Yeah. But
Especially since it's later in the trip instead of the first day.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, for me, I talked about Victoria and Albert's, But I do have one other place that I want to do, and I know there's a lot of people that say, "Oh, don't go there. It's not as good as it used to be." Blah 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 blah. And I don't know. I've never been there, so I want to try it, and I want to eat at Le Cellier
Mm.
over in
Cellier
Canada.
is good.
I love a good steak.
They have that coffee rub steak over there that is so good. You know, Space 220 has the same. They have a coffee rub steak you can upcharge for. That's what Butch had when we went.
Yeah.
It's really delicious.
It's just like you know, I haven't, a steak. And we ate at oh gosh, what was the name of it? Over at Yacht Club, Beach Club. There was a steakhouse over there that we ate at, I think, years ago. It's been so long I can't remember the name of it.
It's still there.
Yeah, it is. I just can't think of the
It's
name of it.
escaping me.
But
Captain's no, it's escaping me.
yeah, and
Yeah,
that
it's still
was
there.
really good. And for the most part, I don't often get a steak when I'm at Disney. It's just something I don't do very often. So Brenda's looking it up, aren't you?
I am because it'll drive me insane if I don't.
Yachtsman Steakhouse.
Yachtsman. Yes, I had to know because I'm nuts. But yeah,
And
that's good.
we ate there way back, like 2010 or something, and I thought it was really good. But I don't often eat a steak, And when we were there in July 2020, we ate at one of the booths, one of the kiosks for the Taste of Food and Wine, or Taste of Flower and Garden. Back then, we ate at one of the kiosks for Canada, and I had the fillet that they had as the snack portion, and Mommy and I ate it, and it was so good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. And I've had their cheddar cheese soup before at
It's
Food and
good.
Wine before, and that's really good. So Le Cellier is definitely one that I want to try.
I'll tell you a funny story about Le Cellier. This was okay. So my best friend Susan, who has the Tigger room at her house, she has endless Tiggers, right?
Yeah.
We went. My whole family and her whole family traveled together in both 2005 and 2009 to Walt Disney World. We caravanned. And I don't remember if this was in 2005 or 2009, but one of the restaurants we did was Le Cellier, and it was right before it went from 1 table service credit per person to 2 table service credits per person. So I want to think 2009. But anyway, regardless, the Canadians have quite a sense of humor. Whispering Canyon Cafe is not the only place where they're funny. And the Canadians have more subtle humor, but humor nonetheless. And when we were there, her oldest son, we were all eating together. So there was my family of 5 and her family of 4. And her oldest son would have been maybe, I don't know, they might have been like 13 or something. And they came around and asked us if we wanted dessert. So of course we all wanted dessert. I mean, hello. So we all ordered dessert. And then when they got to him, they asked him what he wanted. He said, "Oh, I don't want dessert. I'll just take some extra vegetables," being a smart aleck. So when they came around to bring our desserts, they brought all our desserts and they brought him a cup of celery and carrot sticks with ranch dressing.
That's like,
It was all cute looking like a dessert. It was all fancy.
oh yeah. But that's like, there's a lot of funny things like that you run across. I gotta
Yeah.
find a picture because 50s prime time, right? So
Oh yeah, for sure.
50s
yeah.
They'll get
prime
on ya.
time when we were there for our first time. This is 2011.
Ooh, you're gonna show her the picture of Grandma Sherry's dessert.
I know it was Aunt Nancy and Uncle Otis's dessert
Ooh.
Ooh.
because
Oh,
they
that's
did
right.
not finish all their vegetables.
Uh-oh. That's a no-no.
Nancy did not finish her green beans,
Uh-oh.
and as a result, Ma, our waitress, proceeded to make it their dessert, and I gotta find the picture of it.
They
'Cause
made the
it was
green
so
beans
funny.
into dessert?
Yeah,
Oh
Yep,
my
they put a
goodness.
dollop of whipped
here
cream
it
on
is.
top of it.
Here it is. I gotta share. I've gotta share. It is so funny.
Where
And
is it?
Otis and Nancy in their expressions are hysterical.
Oh my gosh,
Look
that
at
is
Otis.
precious. Oh my gosh. That is hilarious.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Just the
Oh
thought of that makes
goodness.
me want to not do that. No, no, no.
No.
What?
So if you're ever not sure if you should eat all your vegetables or clean your plate, make sure if you're at 50's prime time,
Oh
you
god.
eat all your
That is
vegetables.
hilarious. The
That's
face
all I
is
got to say
funny.
about that.
That's wonderful. Yeah, wonderful memories, I swear. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh god, that was cute.
Yeah. All
That look.
right. Well, that sounds like a topic too. Crazy desserts we've had at Disney or something like that.
Yeah, that was so funny.
But yeah. So,
Food is so much a huge part of any Disney trip. I mean,
oh yeah.
it's just a lot of the experience,
Yeah.
the dining experiences.
I feel like and this is part travel agent but part experience talking too. You know, when we don't have the dining plan, we don't make as many table service reservations because we have to pay each time, right?
Yeah, instead of paying all at once up
Instead of
front.
paying for it, as we build up to our trip. Whereas if you do have the dining plan, you make a table service reservation meal. If you're on that dining plan, you make one every single day as a way to kind of sit down and chill out and recap what you did and all that. And I think you get more of an experience because of that. That's just the way I feel about it. Now, obviously, the dining plan is a huge part of a trip, and if that budget's not there, the budget's not there. And right now, we can't do dining plans because they still aren't offering it. But if
Yeah.
you are able to do it, I always say go for the dining plan because you get to prepay for all that before your trip starts. You don't come home to a credit card bill, and you are able to expand what you would do at the park, at Disney. So,
Or you can save up ahead of time like a sinking fund for dining at
sure.
Disney and make all those reservations.
Yeah,
But
you
we do
could
the
do that
same. We
too.
tend to make less when we don't have a dining plan. We tend to make less reservations. I don't know why. It's like a psych thing.
I think it is very much a like something
Psychological.
you
Yeah.
just think it through and you just think about. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, enough about that. I just
Food's great though.
the experience at Disney is the parks, the people, the rides, the attractions, the food, the
Yeah,
resorts, everything. All that is what really makes the trip. So
definitely.
that's why I think don't forget about the food, people.
Yeah.
So
Can't forget the food.
Never
no,
forget the food.
no. So anyway, um, are there any other restaurants the three of us want to mention before I turn it over to some
Hmm.
listener feedback?
Um,
I mean, I have to mention Liberty Tree Tavern, and the only reason is, we've been going there for years and years, and I have never had a bad experience there. And that's why I always mention it. It's not so much, it's just consistently excellent service and excellent food.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah.
I
The
just have to mention it any time because
Yeah,
not every restaurant is consistently good. Sometimes you go there and something's great, and sometimes you go there not so much, but it's always been consistently great when we've gone. So,
the
Yeah.
one thing I wish Liberty Tree would do, I
is serve bread
wish
pudding.
No, they don't even need to
Yes.
do that. They could do this, and it would be that much better. I wish they would bring the characters back.
That would be fun.
Ooh, you're right.
Because Minnie
2000,
was so precious in that little get up.
2010, 2009. Um, Sophie, we were there for her birthday, and Aunt Leanne and Riley were in the neighborhood for that trip. And on Sophie's birthday, actual birthday, June 19th, um, we picked up Riley, and she spent the day with us at Magic Kingdom for Sophie's birthday, and they had so much fun. And we came back to the resort and went to the pool and everything like that. And but we had dinner reservation at Liberty Tree, and Minnie was there, and Donald or Chip and Dale were there, and oh, it was so
cute.
cool when the characters
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Disney bring them back to Liberty Tree. They fit
Yeah.
perfectly.
They really
It was a
do.
Yeah.
perfect fit.
Yeah,
So I would love to see them back again at Liberty Tree.
for sure.
Absolutely would love them. Oh, I would make a reservation in a heartbeat for that place.
Yeah.
And you're right. The service and the food is always always good. So
Yep. That's just the one that stands out to my mind anytime somebody says something about, a specific I just have to mention it just because of that one thing. They're always consistently excellent service and excellent food.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I hope
All right.
everyone out there experiences the same.
Me too. Me too. Okay. Well, I'm going to close that out then, and let's talk about what some of the listeners wrote in. We wrote in our
Oh, awesome.
Facebook group asking them to fill in the blank. And we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people chime in.
Yay. The
So thank
winners.
you, everyone.
Yay. Thanks, y'all.
So my buddy John is looking forward to eating at Whispering Canyon Cafe at the Wilderness Lodge.
Yeah.
That is a fun. We've been
Yep.
there a couple times. It is fun to go there. Oh man, we were there for Randy's birthday. And it was so funny because our waiter came over with a cupcake for Randy, but we had a cake, a gluten-free cake, right?
Yeah.
So Jagan could enjoy it too. So the waiter proceeded to take Randy's cupcake and eat like half of it, just standing there while he was serving us. He's
Yep.
like, "Oh, you're not gonna need that. You got this cake." So
That's
and he
right.
started. It was so. And Randy was like, "What are you doing with my cupcake?"
So hilarious.
Funny.
Hilarious.
Oh, so funny.
They are great over there. If you're
It was fun.
participating in the fun, they are awesome.
Yeah, they make it. That's what happens. Cast members make the trip.
Yeah,
They
That
absolutely do.
cast
for
members make.
sure.
So that was hysterical. So Whispering Canyon is a great place to experience. All right. And then our pixie friend Brenda, Jen, she added her favorite, which is she said, I love Mama Melrose's. I know it is a Disney Olive Garden, but I like it.
Now wait a minute. Olive Garden is great.
Yeah, but a lot of people when they go to Disney, they don't want Olive Garden type food. But the
Yeah.
key with Mama Melrose, when Fantasmic reopens, whenever that is, Mama Melrose was one of the places you could go for the Fantasmic dining package.
Yes.
And that makes it worth it because then you get the preferred seating for
Yeah.
the show. So looking forward to that being back too.
And I think Sophie too, by that she means like when we're at Disney, we try not to do experiences we can do at home. You want to do
Right.
something different. Like
Yeah.
here, we can go down the street and go to the Rainforest Cafe. So we're not
Mhm.
going to go to the Rainforest Cafe at Disney Springs or at Animal Kingdom because that's something we can do here. I think that's what she more
That's
meant by
exactly
that
that's
than
exactly
Yeah.
yeah.
what
I
she
think
meant.
she
I think.
likes Olive Garden though.
Yeah, oh, I think so too. And or she wouldn't like Mama Melrose's either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, I think that's exactly what Jen meant.
Yeah.
Um, and then Chrissy said that she wants to try Space 220. She
Great.
wants to try Topolino's Terrace. And Chrissy and Chris, when you watch this, because they are from Billy's Closet of Magic and they love to watch, the background I have is from the balcony at Topolino's Terrace.
Nice.
So
And I've only done Topolino's for breakfast several times, and you've only done dinner, right?
I've only done dinner.
Yeah, we've done the character breakfast, but we've never done the regular table service dinner.
The dinner was phenomenal.
I've heard
Oh
that
my
from a lot of
gosh.
people.
I had a seafood dish that had pasta that had like octopus and all sorts of shellfishes and things like that. And oh my gosh, it was so good. And the breadsticks, you remember those breadsticks, Sophie?
Ooh, yes, I do. Those were
Golly,
so
I'm gonna be
good.
hungry if I don't stop.
We'll get dinner before Good Friday service.
Probably not. Well, you can get it when we finish. I got to come back home first.
No,
But
I
anyway.
just ate before I came home.
Anyway, so she says Space 220, Topolino's, and eventually she'd like to get Chris and Billy to want to try Mori's. Is that Morimoto's that she's referring to? I think so.
I hope so.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you, Chrissy, for your comment. And Sandy is in Brenda's camp because her favorite is the Liberty Tree Tavern. It's quiet, good food. They have lunch reservations for the next one. Another favorite she has is the Kona Cafe, which we've eaten at. It's good food and better coffee, and the wait staff are always nice.
Nice. It is great coffee.
Yeah.
That pressed coffee.
I don't drink coffee, so.
Oh, I love coffee.
I'll take your word for it.
Either.
And then Stephanie said that the Boathouse Brunch at Disney Springs, it's the best. So I thanked her because we've only been there once, and that was for dinner.
It was too loud to us.
It was loud at dinner, so
a lot of the Disney Springs restaurants tend to get a little loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but the brunch sounds like it might be worth trying too.
Yeah.
And lastly, and certainly by no means the least, because this is my Cindy that wrote this. Okay. Mommy, Sophie, said that the Rose and Crown she wants to eat dinner there. We still want to eat dinner there.
Oh, yeah.
She wants a view of Harmonious from the Rose and Crown. And she also wants to eat at the California Grill. Those are two, that's the one downfall of our trip in March. We weren't able to that past March when they closed on us, is we had reservations for Rose and Crown and we had reservations for the California Grill, and they closed. And when
the
we
whole
came
park
back,
closed.
when we came back, Rose and Crown didn't make it back on, and California Grill, I don't think they were open yet. So they're still on our list. So that's on our list to do down the road.
That's good. You always have something to look forward to.
Come back to. Yep.
Yeah.
So, all right. But
thanks,
thanks everyone for your comments. We love getting listener feedback.
Yep.
Definitely.
So thank you so much. And I noticed that one last thing, and then I'm turning it over to Sophie for this day in Disney history. I noticed that Grogu edited his dining reservation. Instead of eating at Oga's Cantina, he's looking forward to drinking at Oga's Cantina. So
he's 50. You have to remember this.
Yeah, but you know what? He still needs to show his ID. So, Grogu, make sure you've got your ID ready, okay?
Yep. Oga's Obsession is still going to be my favorite.
That's the food thing.
It is the food thing. I can't drink alcohol.
Yeah. All right, then.
All right. Well, everybody, that wraps up our feature topic. I hope you all enjoyed it. And now it is time for This Day in Disney History. So, Sophie, take it away.
All right. Well, I have something very special for April 18th, and it took place all the way back in 1882.
Wow,
Okay.
that's a long time
That
ago.
is a long
Yeah, I
time. I
think that
wasn't even
might.
born yet.
You wouldn't have been born. Mm,
Until, well, 100 years later, I was born.
You were born in
100.
1982?
No, he
No, I
wasn't.
was living in 1982.
He was born in 68.
Yes. So that was 86 years before I was born. Just saying.
Yes. And I
Who's
Wow.
think
counting?
clearly you. Anyway, on
Sorry.
top of this being, I believe this might be one of the oldest Disney histories to date on this show, if not the oldest. I can't quite remember. But on this day, the musical conductor Leopold Anthony Stokowski, who conducted the music for and appeared in Disney's 1940 release Fantasia,
Mhm.
was born in London, England.
Nice.
Known as the conductor of the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra, the Philadelphia Orchestra, the NBC Symphony Orchestra, and the Hollywood Bowl Symphony Orchestra, Stokowski was also the founder of the New York City Symphony, a celebrated transcriber of music originally written in other forms. His version of the Toccata and Fugue in D minor, originally for the organ, served as the opening item in Disney's Fantasia, a film which brought classical music to a wider audience. Stokowski is credited as being the first conductor to adopt the seating plan that is used by most orchestras today.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Yep.
Must have gotten the most out of the instrument sounds that way.
Yeah,
That's neat.
it is. And
Thank you,
me,
Sophie.
I'm a big history buff and I'm also a big music buff. So I really, really liked this one.
I do too. Very good. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Sophie.
No
Good
problem.
history. Good history.
Thank you.
You can tell he's preparing. He's not
I am
even listening
preparing.
now. He's so worried about stumping the Soph that he's just in some other world right now.
It's not a worry. It's just that I knew my character, but I never underlined any clues.
Oh, don't
Let's
worry.
see
I'll make
here.
him listen to my history when we watch Fantasia sometime this weekend.
Well, I will listen to it anyway when I make the video up for the show. So there you go. And I
That's
was
true.
listening anyway. Let's see here.
He's working really hard, Soph.
Yeah. Okay. I think you'll get
Okay.
this one. You may not get the name though.
But she may.
She may, but this character is not like one of the leading characters.
Is that one of the clues?
No,
Okay, good.
I haven't given a clue yet.
Okay.
So this character is the leader of the Tank Gang.
The Tank Gang?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little bit of a challenge.
Okay, what's the next clue?
These characters that are part of the Tank Gang have lived their entire lives in the box. I just heard River.
Yeah, River's wondering why on earth I'm still sitting here and not feeding him. Next clue?
This character, so another character came into the box and it inspired this character to find a way back. Any idea at all? Anything about what movie it might be?
I'm thinking it might be Jessie from Toy Story 2?
No.
No?
No. Nothing to do with Toy Story.
River, what are you doing?
Does it have to do with cars?
No.
What kind of tank is it?
In the box.
The box. The Tank Gang.
The tank gang. What does that even mean?
This is from Finding Nemo.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
It's the one that likes the bubbles, isn't it?
No.
No?
the tank gang. And then Nemo came in and he the roughed up one, and he got brave.
Yeah.
I don't know what his name is.
His name is Gil.
You got it. It's Gil. Yay. Good job.
Yay!
For some reason, I was thinking tank like either an army tank or some other thing. And then you said box, and I was like, toy box?
So let me
Well,
read
and
it
box
to you.
is a weird way to describe the aquarium.
Well, but it's like a box to them. Let me
Yeah.
read the whole thing to you. Gil is the maverick of the dentist's office fish tank. He is the leader of an eclectic group of tropical fish known as the Tank Gang, who hang on his every word and are drawn to his magnetic personality. This tough, scarred fish was raised in the ocean, but he was taken at a young age to live in a tank, surrounded by fish who have spent their entire lives in the box. Gil alone feels the pull to be free. Though he dreams of one day breaking out and returning to the ocean, his failed escape attempts have broken his spirit. With Nemo's arrival in the tank, Gil is inspired again to find a way back to the sea.
Nice.
That was good job. Way to
Thank
work it out,
you.
girls.
Very good.
That was a tag team effort.
Oh, definitely. I wouldn't have
Yeah,
gotten
That's
it
props
without
to
Aunt
both
Brenda's
Brenda
help.
and
Thank
Sophie.
you. Yeah,
Thank
I would have never remembered his name though, because I just don't remember names at all. But that was great. That was great.
I thought Sophie would remember the movie. I didn't think you would remember his name either. So good
That's
job,
very
girls.
good.
Good job.
Thank
Yay,
you.
Sophie.
So that was a good one, wasn't it?
Very good. That was a
I
very good
remember
one.
a few of their names. I don't remember all of them.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Yay.
that takes us to Miss Brenda.
Yay. Well, on the
And
topic
a little
of
bit of Walt.
watching great Disney movies, I have a quote that seems very appropriate for today. And I think it's interesting that Walt wrote this so many years ago. And now it seems to be reflected specifically today. But I'm going to read it and see what you think. While the rights and privileges of youth today are far greater than ever before in entertainment and as in other sides of their home and public life, it is still the parents who, in the main, decide what their growing youngsters may see on the screen. So it is the parents and other adult guardians of children's welfare we must satisfy.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yep.
Still today, still the same.
Yup.
It's up to the parents
Yes.
what the kids watch. And Walt had such a responsibility to making sure things were what parents would want their children to see. I mean,
Yeah.
Right. There's a similar quote about the movies that he made, and I don't remember it exactly, but the paraphrase is that, yeah, they make the movies that kids like, but they make them that the adults have to like them too, or they're not going to be seen by the kids no matter how much the kid might like it. If the parent doesn't like it, then their kid's not going to see it.
that's right.
Yep.
Period. End of story.
Yeah, that's
So,
right.
All right. Well, great topic. Great time today, guys. Thank you
Yay.
so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I had a fun time today, and
We did some laughing, so we made
and
Gilbert
we did some
Godfrey
laughing.
happy.
We
So,
did.
We honored his request and his family's request. So So I'm Mike. That's Sophie. That's Brenda. He's Grogu. And we will
See
see you on the road.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye, everyone.